Speaking of the Irish, here they come. Emmet Brennan coming out of Dublin, Ireland, taking on Devaun Lee. It's our next fight of the night, brought to you by Boxing Insider Promotions.
Emmet Brennan is a 2020 Olympian. Devaun Lee is a veteran of 22 fights.
Yeah, 22 fights, exactly.
Devaun
Lee was fighting when I was coming up. He's been around forever.
That's really old.
That's really old.
He may only have 10 losses, but he's only been stopped once in his career. So let's see if Brennan has what it takes to be the second person to do that.
And Devaun, he's knocked off a lot of prospects on his way up as well. So.
Absolutely.
There's the Irish contingent. Got a Mighty Ducks fan in the back. Gotta love that. Never know what you're gonna get at Fight Night here in New York City.
Mighty Ducks, when do they play again?
You have to pop that in the VHS.
VHS. Oh, you're calling me old. Wow.
Not even on DVD anymore. What a day it's been in the boxing world. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul just got announced today. Chris, I know you're a big fan of Jake Paul.
That's about all I'm going to say about that one.
We'll talk about it more on the podcast next week.
Yeah, we'll save it.
There's definitely been more reports, too, about that Canelo and Munguia fight happening in May. I mean, what's your takes on that? You think that's going to happen?
I mean, that's the word on the curb, and I like that fight. I always have. Not that I didn't like the Berlanga fight, but I would like to see a little more progression for Berlanga. If he gets that fight in September, okay, but I mean, we got Munguia next, hopefully. I think that's a fun fight.
Me personally, I would rather see Munguia and Berlanga go at it. I think that's a more competitive fight.
Agreed.
At this point in their career, I think it's a little too early for either one of them to fight someone like Canelo. I think Canelo will have a field day with either one of them.
But, will Munguia ever be ready for Canelo? I mean, early in his career, the guy's got 40 fights.
He does have 40 fights, but it's also like the type of opposition that he's had. Can
Absolutely.
he have similar opposition that presents some sort of challenges that Canelo would, and where when he confronts someone like Canelo, he's not surprised by certain things that Canelo does or hits him with?
Yeah, I felt like Jaime Munguia's entire career has been pushed to this moment right here to fight Canelo Alvarez 40 fights in. I wouldn't say he's getting any worse, but I think he's kind of reached for his potential offensively to give Canelo some good rounds. I don't expect him to win, but I'd much rather see Canelo fight Munguia than Jamal Charlo.
Absolutely, yeah, I definitely agree with you on
Benavidez is still the fight.
Regardless whether it's Berlanga or Munguia, fighting Canelo at this stage of your career is life-changing money.
Yes.
Both guys are young enough that they could actually bounce back. I mean, you got to think, Canelo fought Mayweather when he was 23 years old. Look where he is now.
Probably the best thing that ever happened to him was losing to Mayweather.
Yep, exactly. And he progressed and got better after that.
We are moving along here on our fight night here. Boxing Insider, seen some great fights already. Benny BG picked up a split decision win. We saw Jason Castanon with a KO3 in his debut. And we just saw Price Taylor go the 4-round distance. We got Emmet Brennan and Devaun Lee coming up next. Kiera Duterte and Jacob Pavlis. In our main event, Ariel Lopez taking on Gregorio LeBron.
I know we're only halfway through, Dan, but who would you say so far is your performance of the night?
I might have to go with Jason Castanon with that buzzer-beating knockout. Really like what I saw from Price Taylor. But just in terms of like a quick knockout, or not a quick knockout, but a nice knockout, Jason Castanon.
No surprise there, Larry.
Larry Goldberg.
Yeah, these clumsters are exciting, Dan. These are always fun to watch. You always have some amazing fights. Yes, you don't have the superstars fighting in these type of club shows, but you definitely have a lot of exciting fighters who are determined to make a name of themselves here in this sport.
Of course. I mean, this is where it all started. This is where guys like Price Taylor get their start. It's where guys like Jason Caston are able to make their debuts. The guys like Andy Dominguez will get into this ring. The next thing you know, he's fighting on his own. So that's the type of opportunities that Boxing Insider Promotions can provide. And also a way for us to kind of showcase the next stage. I think Mr. Andy Dominguez is going to join us now.
Well, speaking of Andy Dominguez, look who we have here.
Stole the mic from Chris Algieri.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Andy? How are things going with you?
No, just watching the fights, man. It feels good not fighting and watching them fight.
Right, not taking any punches tonight.
Yeah.
You came off of just recently, 2 weeks ago, of an amazing performance. I mean, now that some time has passed, emotions have settled. How do you feel?
Feel good, man. I mean, just taking a little break, you know, and I mean, I feel like one more week and I'm just going back to camp. This is not stopping. This is what I signed up for.
There's no discouragement in you then, huh? So, what do you think of the fights here tonight so far?
They're actually good, honestly. I like the open event.
You like the opening fight?
Yeah, because it was like, I feel like it was like they had no style, but I feel like the B-side, he just really wanted it. Like, he really wanted to win, so
yeah,
man, he took it.
Listen, Benny McGee's performance was short. If it was anything short from courageous. He, again, wasn't the most prettiest fighter to watch, but
it wasn't. But it was interesting because it was just like he was just throwing whatever punches he wanted it.
And he was determined. He was determined to get that win one way or another, regardless of how hard Davis was hitting him.
Exactly.
What were your thoughts on that second fight of Jason Castagnon?
I feel like it was. I mean, it was good. Both were making their debut. Jason, I mean, he looked good. I just feel like it was his first time, you know, making his debut. It was his debut, and I feel he's gonna learn a lot from this fight.
But we have 3 more fights on the way. Andy, thank you for joining us. We're going straight to Matt Compatello.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest here at Boxing Insider takes place inside of 8 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Our first competitor approaching the blue corner at this time, here is Devaun Lee.
Devaun Lee, 11-10-1, 36 years old. Right now, Jamaica, Queens. Made his debut all the way back in 2013. He defeated Gerard Caldwell.
Always something to say about experience, man. That is the X factor.
Lee fought Vaughn Alexander, Shane Mosley Jr., Damon Nicholson. Damon Nicholson went the distance with Edgar Berlanga. So Devaun Lee has been around the block. And tonight, he looks to knock off another prospect in Emmet Brennan.
I just called Vaughn Alexander a few weeks ago. He looked good, actually. Another guy speaking about experience.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. Making his way to the red corner, here is Emmet Brennan.
Emmet Brennan coming in full bagpipes.
Full Irish regalia.
It's the Irish's time. It's March. New York City's about to turn green. Here is the tale of the tape. 8 rounds in a light heavyweight division. Devaun Lee, 4 years older than Brennan. Got a ton more fights. Should be a good one. 8 rounds.
Talk about making an entrance, eh?
Matthew Compratello is in the center of the ring. Let's get this party started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following light heavyweight contest takes place inside of 8 rounds. Anthony Lundy, James Pierce, and Marcel Varela are the ringside judges. Eddie Claudio is the referee in charge of the action. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner. From Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York, he stands an even 6 feet tall, weighing in at 169.2 pounds. A veteran of 22 fights, including 11 victories, 6 of 11 by way of knockout. Representing Universal Boxing Gym, here is Devaun Unique Lee. And his opponent, competing out of the red corner, from Dublin, Ireland. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 171.6 pounds. Entering this bout with a record of 2-0, one of his 2 victories by way of knockout. He is a representative of Ireland who competed in the 2020 Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, Emmet Brennan. We go to referee Eddie Claudio for the instructions for both competitors.
Okay, gentlemen. From here on down is low, okay? All I ask is a good, clean contest. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. You want to touch up, touch it now. If not, I'll see you at the bell. Let's go.
The action continues in the light heavyweight division. It's Emmet Brennan, in the green and red trunks. Devaun Lee in the blue and white. Eddie Claudio is the 3rd man in the ring.
Nice right hand there by Devaun Lee.
This is an interesting matchup. Brennan, 3rd pro fight, fighting a guy with 21 pro fights, and Lee is no slouch.
Brennan, a 2020 Olympian, getting fast-tracked in the pros. If he gets the win tonight, he's certainly going to earn it, as Devaun Lee has been in the ring over 20 times. Has fought a lot of big prospects along the way. Has fought some names that boxing fans would know as well.
And Devaun looks fit. He looks like he's in good shape tonight, more so than I've even seen him in the past. So landed some good shots, right hand over the top, a left hook right there. Nice little body shot on the inside as well from Lee.
Brennan is a 2020 Olympian. Only has 2 pro fights, but is 32 years old. Got a little bit of a late start to his amateur career.
And it's interesting to point out, too, that he also does have close to 100 amateur fights, I believe. And but, Chris, I want to ask you, how much of an impact does it make? This is his first time fighting outside of the UK, outside of Europe. How much of an impact does that usually have on a fighter?
It depends a lot with the individual. I mean, there's always the travel, the time difference. That's always going to affect you. You know, different foods. You know, the travel can affect your weight loss or making weight. But with a lot of amateur experience the way that he has, I'm sure he's traveled quite a bit. But still, very early in his pro career. And 100 amateur fights isn't that many for a guy with a big amateur background. You know, there are guys that have 200-300 oftentimes coming from Europe.
Nice uppercut from Lee there. Lee trying to find his legs here early in round 1.
Yeah, Lee has landed some really nice shots. There's actually a little swelling on the right eye from Brennan early on.
It's Lee who's bouncing around on the balls of his feet. Brennan little more flat-footed and pressing forward.
I think he's also seeing some different looks from Lee that he hasn't seen yet, especially in the pro ranks when you get those small gloves on, no headgear.
Yeah, Brennan's crafty. Stuck his tongue out right there after he landed a nice little right hand. Very intrigued how this one plays out. The schedule, this is for 8 rounds in light heavyweight division. Emmet Brennan coming out of Dublin, Ireland.
Ooh, good shots there from Brennan.
Gotta figure he'll stick around New York City next week. I'm sure he's gonna want to win to stick around and hit up the pubs.
Win or loss, he's going to be hitting at the pubs, I would assume.
I saw Conor McGregor was in New York City pouring some of his new Irish Forge Stout. Give him a free pop there.
It's a good competitive first round.
A good first round there. Back and forth stuff.
I guess it's fair to say, too, that Lee definitely made it clear that he's not here to just lay down for him. He's here to challenge him.
Absolutely. I thought he landed the more telling blows throughout the round. Yeah, that's easily a Devaun Lee round in my scorecard.
Don't let that 11-10-1 in record fool you.
Exactly. You got to look past the numbers. Got to look past the numbers with a guy like Lee.
Well, that's the thing about Boxing Insider promotions, and that's the thing about club shows. It's not about the record. It's about matching guys up the right way. You know, giving tough rounds to an Emmet Brennan, giving tough rounds to a Price Taylor that we just saw in the last fight. I'm sure Emmet Brennan could have found a guy, a walkover. It could have been matched up easily. But he chose Devaun Lee.
Which is respectable. I mean, I guess coming from a pedigree, being the age that he is, from an amateur pedigree that he's coming from, I guess he does want to challenge himself early on.
It's going to serve you well in your career if you want to move forward.
Also fighting in an 8-rounder in his third pro fight. That's another big risk there.
But I believe his last 2 fights, too, Chris, have been either 6 and 8.
Yeah, they're definitely starting him out fast. Now you see those Olympic rings on the inside of his left arm.
I think that's like a prerequisite. If you are in the Olympics, you have to get that tattoo.
Especially if you're a boxer. It's got to be visible.
It's Lee who's now talking to Brennan.
I like that pull right hand from Brennan. He's thrown that a couple times through in the first round. That was the best one that landed thus far. Pull, rides that jab back, comes back with his own right hand.
Ooh, nice right hand from Brennan. Finds the mark. Follows it up with a left hand. Best sequence of the fight for Brennan.
Good body work, too, on the inside. Brennan doing a really nice job of holding his ground, keeping his balance, and that comes with experience, like we talked about all of the amateur pedigree.
Good right hand. He keeps finding that hole for that right hand. Lee does.
He's tricky, man. That experience, I talked about that. That's that intangible.
Stick to the body. Devaun Lee really liked that jab that he landed to the body.
I've been in the gym with Lee for a year. I mean, it's been a long time, but you know, he's one of those guys. He has fun when he gets working. When he finds his flow, he'll let you know about it.
He gets to that flow state.
Well, he's definitely not intimidated by the Irishman tonight.
He's willing to stand in and trade and really stand in range, which leads you to believe that he's not really that impressed with Brennan's power.
And Brennan, from our vantage, does look to be the bigger man of the two. But yeah, I wouldn't say that the power looks to be anything that daunting. Nothing that Devaun Lee hasn't seen. Oh, nice body shot on the inside from Brennan. This round, he's been putting some shots down low, and I think that's a good idea in an 8-round fight against an experienced guy.
If anything, Devaun Lee's going to give you rounds. His last fight went the distance. And before that went the distance. I mean, if you take a look at his box rec, it's all decisions.
He's definitely no pushover.
But also with Devaun Lee, he's trying to win. He's not just a survivor, you know, of those fights.
A win over an Olympian like this would be great for Devaun.
That was a good left hook from Devaun Lee. Caught Brennan as he pulled out straight back.
Both guys trading here at the end of round 2.
Better round for Brennan, but he got caught there at the end with a left hook.
I would definitely give that round though to Brennan. I feel like those right hands early in the round were definitely landing they were landing easily.
I agree 100%.
Take a look at the action there from round 2. Henry, it looks like Brennan got his legs a little bit under him and was able to fire off a few combinations.
But it's not to say that Devaun Lee did not have some good moments in there as well.
The only difference between this round and the first round is that Brennan actually got off in combination. First round was a lot of one shots, missing some shots. Wasn't really comfortable finding his feet. That last round, round 2, he was able to let some combination go, as you saw from the replays.
And it's going to be more interesting to see, the deeper we go in the water, how much of that composure is Brennan going to be able to carry in. It's one thing being in deep water with guys that he's fought in the past who probably are not as challenging, and it's another thing when you have in deep water with a guy like Devaun Lee.
Round 3 was scheduled for 8 in the light heavyweight division. It's Emmet Brennan in the dark green and gold, Devaun Lee in the blue and white, Henry DeLeon, Dan Canobio, Chris Algieri. And the Irish are letting their voices be heard here.
That's one thing you gotta love about the Irish, man, is that they come out and support their people.
That's a beautiful thing about boxing. It's such a sport with rich in their nationalities and pride. We've seen such big Mexican crowds. We've seen big Irish crowds.
Puerto Rican crowds, especially here in New York.
Oh, yeah.
Polish crowds in Chicago.
I've seen Polish crowds in Brooklyn for
New York as well. Yep.
That was a beautiful one, too, there that Emmet just connected.
Yeah, Devaun Lee came out in this round with a whole different mindset. He met Brennan right in the middle of the ring. He's standing his ground more this round, trying to trade, trying to assert himself, show Brennan that he is the more experienced man.
Beautiful body work right there by Devaun Lee.
Brennan, man, he's physically strong. He may not have big knockout power, but he's definitely a physically strong guy. He's able to back Devaun Lee up just with his physicality.
Good uppercut right there from the inside
Lee
by
is
Devaun
starting to land some shots there, and a little bit of a mouse starting to develop underneath the right eye of Emmet.
It's a back and forth fight here we got, guys.
Yeah, this round 3 has been the best one so far. These guys could fight in a phone booth at this point. Oh, big uppercut there from Brennan.
Seems to be this is where Brennan likes to fight. In close, up against the ropes. Doesn't mind getting rough in there.
Nice triple uppercut there from Devaun Lee off the ropes.
Yeah, it seems like Devaun Lee's just as comfortable as Brennan, and he's like, all right, this is where you want to fight, let's fight.
I think Brennan's a little bit physically stronger, but Devaun is craftier. He's able to find those holes.
Which is interesting, because you would think that the Olympian would be the craftier fighter.
Nah, this is the pros, baby. Whole different world.
Ron fires off a 4-punch combination.
And then spins off. Tries to get back to the center of the ring. Nice little inside body shot there, too. Those little shots, man, a lot of times from the outside, people are like, oh, that was nothing. Oh, no, you feel those. Especially if you catch a guy breathing in.
They all start to accumulate. Next thing you know, you got welts on your ribs. You got a mouse under your eye. Emmet Brennan, if he comes out with a victory, he's going to earn this one. As Devaun Lee is not just looking for a paycheck tonight, he's looking to win.
Watch out for the overhand right from Devaun Lee. Setting it up nicely with those stab jabs.
You can see the determination in Devaun Lee's face. Like, he is not going to back up here. He's going to be in front of Emmet Brennan's face all night long.
That was what I was saying about him coming in such good condition. He looks lean. He looks like he put the work in. You can see it in his face, like you said.
Those left hooks are landing beautifully for Devaun Lee there.
Nice double, triple hooks. There's that really nice uppercut. I think that was probably the best punch of the fight landed thus far for Brennan. It was a right uppercut on the inside.
This was a very close round, sorry. Chris, Dan, who do you guys think won that round?
That round looked like it was Emmet. I'm going to go with Emmet Brennan in that one. I like the work that he did when he had him up against the ropes.
I liked Lee in that round. I thought that he landed the craftier shots. I liked how he came out right in the beginning of the round and met Brennan in the middle of the ring. A lot of ebbs and flows in that round.
Like, look at Devaun's face. You feel like, you can almost get that sense of feeling like he senses something.
He senses the opportunity to win.
He's chomping at the bit to get into the center of that ring. And both fighters meet right in the center of that ring. Head to head, toe to toe here. Boxing Insider.
Oh, good body shot there.
High level stuff here from Emmet Brennan and Devaun Lee. Scheduled for 8 rounds, light heavyweight division.
There's that double left hook again.
So it's Brennan who is the standout amateur who represented Ireland in the 2020 Olympics. It's Devaun Lee that's had to earn it. Every win in his career has been earned. 20-fight veteran.
I've seen him get robbed a few times too.
Beautiful overhand right.
I'm sure he has. Coming up the ranks as the B-side.
Oh, nice chopping shots on the inside there from Devaun Lee. Ooh.
Eddie Claudio is calling a little timeout here, try to get this one in order.
Eddie Claudio. He's been around even longer than me, which is very old.
This is so far a very good round for Devaun Lee. He's definitely been landing the cleaner shots in this round.
In the last 2 rounds, he's starting out really good. Let's see if he can hold on, because last round was the same thing. He started really good for the first minute and a half, and then Brennan came back in the second half of the round. Nice counters there from Brennan. Catch and shoot.
Good body work.
90 seconds here to go in round 4. Devaun Lee getting some good work in here in the center of the ring.
It seems like it's Devaun Lee's ruggedness that's presenting some trouble for some challenges for Brennan here.
Because Brennan fired off a combination and Lee just was undaunted by it. He's still hammering to the body. Good, really good angles too.
Good combination there by Devaun Lee.
Yeah, I don't think Brennan's used to letting his best stuff go and then have his opponent come right back at him with an answer each and every time. It's a good scrap, guys.
It's very competitive.
Shout out to our matchmaker, Eric Botcher, one of the best matchmakers in the game right now. This right hand there, find the mark for Lee. Here comes Brennan.
We'll see if the Irish contingent likes Eric Botcher at the end of this fight. Right now, Brennan's got all he can handle. Nice work here from Devaun Lee.
Devaun Lee shouting and hollering at Emmet Brennan.
Confidence growing for Lee.
Which is a dangerous thing for a fighter to have.
Yeah, dangerous thing for a fighter like him to have. A guy with so much experience. He hasn't had a quality win in a while. This would be one.
Wow, what a tremendous round for
Devaun Lee.
For Devaun Lee, yes. Tremendous round.
You have Devaun Lee winning 3 of the first 4.
I have him 1 round up. Yes, I think that last round before this one was a little close, but I feel like he's landing the more effective shots. We're halfway through this round. Do you guys feel that Brennan is starting to question that he might have been a little bit more than he can chew?
I think so.
Yeah, I think Devaun Lee is winning this fight. He's come on strong, especially the last couple of rounds. He's finding his rhythm, feeling much more comfortable. Brennan at times is looking a little discouraged, looking for answers, but still a lot of fight left to go.
And it's fair to say that in those 22 fights, Devaun Lee has experienced tough fights. Brennan's experience in the pros for tough fights.
Yeah, but it's nothing like there's experience and there's get in there with a guy that has 20 pro fights. New York fighter.
It's a whole different ballgame in there.
We're halfway through of what has been a really back and forth affair between Emmet Brennan and Devaun Lee. Thank you everyone that's watching over on the Boxing Insider YouTube page. Been a fun night of fights. Thursday night fights. I like midweek fights.
Little shuffle there from Lee. Again, feeling confident, feeling comfortable in the ring tonight. Nice stab jabs down low. This round he's landed some good body shots. Back right comes back. Brennan with a nice right hand down low himself.
Those have been Lee's money shots, because I feel those are the shots that have been creating these opportunities for him.
Flashy left hand lands from Brennan.
And a nice solid jab from Brennan as well.
Good body
Fires
work.
down to the
Heavy,
body.
heavy body work.
Looks like Brennan's finding his second win.
Yeah, I mentioned there's still a lot of fight left.
It's Brennan who's the fresher of the two fighters. 4 years younger. Has the extensive amateur career, but only 2 pro fights. Devaun Lee, 36 years old. Slowing a little bit down this round.
Switching sides now, fighting at the southpaw position. Gets cracked with 2 shots. So,
It's a good comeback round so far for Brennan.
yeah, this has been the best round of the fight for him so far.
Irish faithful on their feet here inside of Sony Hall, willing their man Brennan Lee, who is in a tough battle with the veteran Devaun Lee. Here comes Lee in the center of the ring, letting the hands go.
Good body work.
Oh!
And
That
then
was an
response with a nice
outstanding
left hook.
combination right there from both guys.
Yeah, Devaun Lee was doing good work, letting his hands go, and then Brennan came right back with a big left hook, got spun the head of Lee around.
Final 30 seconds.
Excellent round here for Brennan. Nice comeback round after the last 2.
Beauty of a left hand there from Brennan too. Definitely having the best round of the fight.
Wish I brought my poncho. These guys are spraying sweat all over the ring.
I'll take sweat over blood any day of the week.
That's fair.
They're covered in blood in San Juan last weekend.
Nice. Some good exchanges we had in this round.
Action heating up here at Sony Hall.
Some good exchanges. Brennan definitely had the better of this round. I think that Brennan seemed more dominant. This has been his more dominant round.
Through 5 rounds on Henry De Leon's unofficial scorecard. He has Devaun Lee up 3 rounds to 2.
To 2. Now it's interesting to see how Devaun Lee responds coming off of a round like that. That round was obviously dominant for Emmet, and up until that point, Devaun has been very confident. So it'll be exciting to see how he bounces back and how he regains that confidence this next round.
Round 6 underway. We're going to take a look at the left hand of Brennan that needs to be retaped. Doesn't seem like Brennan is that exhausted. Devaun Lee's corner is not having any part of that. An old veteran trick. Buy some more time as both fighters meet in the center of the ring and let the hands go.
See, this is that body language that Devaun came out a few rounds ago where he had a really good round. Coming forward, meeting Brennan in the center of the ring. Nice body work there for Brennan. Ooh. Yep. You heard the corner say over the top. Brennan heeded that suggestion and came with that right hand right over the top. And you see the mouth of Devaun Lee is open this round.
I thought he slowed down a little bit in round 5. He ended round 5 pretty strong, but that was a clear round for Brennan, and maybe you're seeing, all those miles, I should say, of Devaun Lee starting to show a little bit.
Hey, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing all that body work from Brennan early on.
That too?
He has been tricky with the shots on the inside. Devaun hasn't shown that they were affecting him, but maybe this could be the effect of that.
Yeah, it could be a lot of factors. Got to give credit to Brennan. switching up his game plan a little bit, weathering that storm from Lee and digging down to the body, Henry.
You see what I mean about the physicality of Brennan? He was able to just literally walk Devaun Lee to the rope. Here he is doing it again. Not throwing punches, not being very physical, but just using his size to push Devaun Lee back. Ooh, good left hook upstairs. About 2 rounds ago, Brennan found the left hook, and that's been one of the best weapons he's had all night.
Since he's discovered it, for sure.
Ooh, blood out of the nose from Brennan now.
We got a minute to go here in round 6. We're scheduled for 8 light heavyweight division. It's Emmet Brennan, the 2020 Olympian, weathering the storm against a battle-tested Devaun Lee. Really good fight here. Breaking out in Sony Hall.
Big right hands, 2 of them from Brennan. Oh!
Snaps the head back at Devaun Lee. Devaun Lee says, that don't hurt. That didn't faze me.
I almost want to say that Brennan is having difficulty breathing from his nose. Just look at the way he's breathing from his mouth.
I saw that too, Henry. Good call.
That's a great point. Just literally opening his mouth, picking his head up to try and get breaths in. Good body work there from Lee. Possibly sensing that he's having trouble breathing, being the experienced veteran that he is.
Close round.
I like the work from Brennan in this round. I like the left hooks. I like that double right hand and that big hard jab that popped the head back of Devaun Lee.
Take a look at some of the action there in round 6.
Bang, good, nice double right hand there from Brennan.
Flick.
And he keeps those punches short. They're very dangerous.
Good stuff there from Emmet Brennan, who has seized some of the momentum in this fight. Henry, how do you have it through 6?
I have it pretty even. I got 3-3 each one.
Dead even.
Dead
Same.
even.
I had it same.
Listen, regardless of who ends up coming victorious in this fight, this is great experience for someone like Emmet Brennan.
Absolutely. I mean, come on. This is his 3rd professional fight.
Fighting Devaun Lee's like fighting, 10 bouts, 10 4-rounders.
Do you remember a guy named Derek Finley?
Yeah.
He was a guy that was always on the Broadway boxing circuit. Another guy, he was like a guy that would always give young fighters
everybody,
rounds.
went the distance to everybody, knocked off some guys.
Yeah. I remember coming to a Broadway boxing and he had a giant hematoma on his head.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
That was a wild night.
But he could punch too. Like he would knock guys out every once in a while. That was a very dangerous guy to fight.
I'm not saying him and Devaun Lee fight the same style, but they're the same type of fighter that are going to get in that ring, look to win, but also look to take out a young prospect.
Same category of fighter at this point.
So important to the sport of boxing. That's Devaun Lee in the blue trunks, Emmet Brennan in the dark green and gold.
If I'm Brennan here, I'm putting on the heat. I know he's having some trouble breathing. You see him folding around with his mouthpiece in there because I think that nosebleed, like you mentioned, Henry, is giving him a problem. But he's got to take advantage of that youthful exuberance.
But he's landed some really good shots to Devaun Lee, and he hasn't seen the effects take on Devaun Lee like he would like. Do you not think that it would be better if he just maybe goes back into his boxing and instead of trying to land these big shots to start scoring points?
I don't think so because Devaun is the older guy who's been slowing down. If you let him control the pace, let his experience shine, he's going to be able to keep the rounds at least close, if not win them. I would say keep the pace up. Make those old legs work.
Henry has it 3-3. Let's see what these judges have it. In that type of fight, back and forth stuff, it was Devaun Lee early. Emmet Brennan woke up somewhere around the 4th round and has taken over a lot of the momentum in this fight, but don't count Devaun Lee out. We're talking about a guy with 20 pro fights, been in the ring with some of the bigger names in the sport, on the regional level, I should say. If Emmet Brennan wants to reach, that world title contender, he's got to get past guys like Devaun Lee.
Good body work there from Devaun Lee on the inside.
Tell you what, Lee is still coming forward.
Having a good round. Letting those hands go on the inside.
It's a huge pivotal round. Swing round.
Yeah, I don't like how Brennan keeps fumbling around with his mouthpiece there.
What do you think that is? I mean, does he think it's something in the jaw?
Henry, I think you nailed right on the head. I think he's having trouble breathing.
Or it could also just be that maybe his mouthpiece isn't fitted correctly.
I think that would be a colossal mistake from the corner. He just spit it out.
I mean, it's 2024. If guys still are using boil and bite mouthpieces to fight pro fights, I'd be really worried about that.
Final 15 seconds. Here comes Devaun Lee.
Wow. Seems to be a cut open for Brennan there.
Now we got blood pouring down the left eye of Emmet Brennan.
Mouthpiece is out.
I mean, talk about adversity.
Cut on the outside of the eye. Doesn't look like it's in a bad spot. Doesn't look to be a bad cut either. Can't really see it great from our vantage, but
listen, you're in your first fight in New York City. You're
right before St. Patty's Day.
Right, and you're fighting a guy that has 20 pro fights. You got blood pouring out of your eye. Your mouthpiece doesn't fit. You can't breathe.
You got Dan Canobio calling your fight. How much worse can it get?
That's the least of his troubles. Great action. We're heading to the 8th and final round, but that's what it's all about. Boxing Insider bringing you these developmental shows where you see a guy like Emmet Brown, who was an Olympian, in there with a battle-tested guy in Devaun Lee.
Who would you guys give that last round to?
I give it to Devaun Lee.
I agree. Yeah, I got Devaun up 4-3. I mean, this fight is very much up for grabs here in the last round.
On our scorecards, barring a knockdown or a knockout.
Yeah, we're entering draw territory, and it's been that kind of fight all night long, so I'm not that surprised.
And how about this? It's Devaun Lee standing up with about 10 seconds to go. And it's Emmet Brennan.
The 36-year-old with 10 losses is the first one to stand up.
Love that.
Ahead of the last round. Gotta love that.
8th and final round. Emmet Brennan and Devaun Lee.
Ooh, good
close
overhand right.
fight. On our unofficial scorecards, we have Devaun Lee up 1 round.
And Devaun is feeling very confident right now. Brennan's got to put on a real show here in that last round. Blood from the eye already.
Yeah, I think rounds 5 and 6 is when Brennan took over the fight, and then he let Devaun Lee back into this fight in round 7.
I think a lot of that was when the breathing problems started to happen. Was round 7. Or maybe it's his jaw. It could potentially be a jaw injury because he is constantly chewing on that mouthpiece now.
We'll have to hear from Brennan afterwards, win, lose, or draw, on what was bothering him in this fight. Could also be hearing from potential winner here in Devaun Lee. Would be a massive win for him.
I kept saying from the beginning, pros and the amateurs are different. I don't care how much amateur experience you have, the pros are a different game.
How are the judges seeing this fight? The tale of 2 fights, at least in my opinion, early on, it was Devaun Lee boxing and moving. Emmet Brennan got those middle rounds. How did these judges see these final 2 rounds?
Now, early on, this fight was a little bit tough to score. It wasn't that clear. Those, like you said, Dan, those middle rounds, the last round, it's been clear, but curious to see how the judges have it. Oh, nice uppercut on the inside from Brennan. Pops the head up of Devaun Lee.
A flashy uppercut from Brennan. All those punches count here in this final round.
It's in moments like this, when they're this close, that Devin seems to take advantage, and Emmet just tries to smother. And the referee isn't jumping in or breaks, right?
Oh, big shots.
Try to work.
1 minute to go. Both fighters going toe-to-toe here. Boxing Insider Promotions.
1 minute to go, and this round is still up for grabs. This fight is up for grabs as well.
Oh,
the Emmet Brennan faithful, one last rally cry for their guy.
Oh, big right hand from Brennan over the top.
I think Brennan's doing just enough to steal this round. Are we headed to draw territory? Are we headed to a split decision for Devaun Lee?
Devaun, wow.
Who says, you know what, I'm going to hammer to the body real quick.
There's a lot of determination at this round.
Good trading right hands there.
Last 20 seconds.
Emmet Brennan, Devaun Lee battle it out. We go to the scorecards here in Times Square.
Beautiful round.
Good finish
What
there
a
from Brennan.
fight.
What a great fight.
I'll be honest with you, fellas. I gave that last round to Devaun Lee.
If that's the case, then you have Devaun Lee winning 5 of 8 rounds.
I think so. I mean, it just seemed very impressive. The determination that he came in with.
It's raining Irish flags here. I think it could be a draw.
Possibly, I mean.
I didn't score. You scored. I'm going to lean on you, Henry.
Hey, listen, man, I would give that last round to Devaun, and if that's so, then I have Devaun winning.
Will
close round.
Devaun Lee get a decision?
It's
He's
his
not
hometown.
the A side.
It's his hometown.
It is his hometown, but he's not the A side. He is the B side.
It all comes down.
Many times.
It all comes down to what the judges appreciate more, you know.
How did you see it, Algeri?
Man, I could see. I thought Brennan could have pulled at that round. I was either. Man, I don't know. I could see it a draw. I could see Devaun winning. I'm leaning towards Devaun Lee, though.
Yeah, it's one of those types of fights.
Yeah. It's going to depend on those early rounds, really, how the judges saw that.
Yep.
Those early rounds are just as important as those
Absolutely.
final 3 rounds.
People forget about that, even though guys build their momentum. But I think the experienced veteran really, showed some things tonight that he still has a lot of fight left in him. Listen, as soon as I saw those records, I'm like, that's a big ask. I don't care how many. I don't care if you have 10 losses. 21 fights is 21 fights.
It's a lot. And honestly, if there's one thing that's for sure is that Devaun Lee presented himself to be a bigger challenge than Emmet probably thought he'd be going into this fight.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Botcher and making these fights, making tough fights. This is a very, very tough fight for the Olympian. But Devaun Lee put out tonight, man. Yeah, I thought he looked great.
We go to the scorecards here in Times Square. Judges putting together those cards. Will it be the A side, Emmet Brennan, the former Olympian? Or will it be the grizzled vet out of Queens, New York, Devaun Lee? Matthew Compertello has the decision in his hand. Let's throw it up to him in the center of the ring.
After 8 hellacious rounds, ladies and gentlemen, the judges have scored the bout as follows. Our first judge scores the bout in even 76-76. Overruled by scores of 78-74 and 77-75 in favor of the winner by way of majority decision, Emmet Brennan.
None of the judges gave the fight to Lee. They only had him as a draw. Overruled twice, 78-74, 77-75 for Emmet Brennan.
I mean, I thought I saw it the other way. I could have seen it a draw, but I was leaning towards Lee. I thought he did a lot of really good work tonight.
Brennan standing by with Henry.
What a fight. Congratulations, man. Beautiful, beautiful performance. That was a very competitive fight. How are you feeling?
Obviously delighted to have all the Irish people here tonight. My first fight, something that I've dreamed of since I was a kid, so to make a dream become reality, it's unbelievable, but not very happy with my performance. Well, look, that's a sport. You don't always turn up and perform, but I'm very grateful for this Irish crowd that's here tonight.
Devin Law really seemed to have pushed you in that fight. Was he a bigger challenge than you anticipated going into this fight?
No, we knew what we were getting. We knew he was a dog. We knew he'd come to fight. He was durable. He'd stay till the end. That's why we took him. We got off with 2 other lads and we went with him. He's 75th in the world on box rec, so that shows my ambition and where I want to go. But if I want to go where I expect myself to go, performance has to be better than that. But credit to him, he's a great opponent.
In the middle of the fight, we noticed from where we were sitting that there seems to have been some trouble with the mouthpiece or your breathing. Can you elaborate a little bit on what was going on in those moments?
I lost my mouthpiece, so we only got a new one at 5 o'clock tonight. Had to make a trip up down to downtown Manhattan and get a new one, but obviously it wasn't great. Again, that's part of why you take these fights. Before you step up levels, you need the experience. This preparation in the background wasn't great either, but look, the training I do back home with Philip is unbelievable. So that, the experience, my technical ability got me through that fight. If I didn't take him serious, I would have been beaten tonight. But I took him serious from the get-go. So yeah, I'm absolutely good with that performance.
And now, right before St. Patrick's Day, you present all your Irish people here a beautiful win. What do you have to say to them?
Let's go back to Jack Diamond's and celebrate.
Jack Doyle's pub.
Again, I'm grateful. This is my first fight in New York. I don't know a lot of people over here, and sold over 100 tickets here tonight, which is, it's unbelievable. Look at it, 40, 50 tricolours, people making noise even when I'm not performing. For me, I'm living the dream. Although, as I said, the performance isn't what I wanted, I'll still go and celebrate with all these people that spent their hard money to come out and look at me. This is only the start for me in New York. There's going to be better nights, bigger nights. My plan is to bring an Irish title back here during the summer, so this is only the beginning.
Well, congratulations again. Brilliant performance.
Emmet Brennan moves on to 3-0. He's going to head back to Jack Doyle's bar and revel in that win. Nice interview from Henry De Leon. Could have went either way. It's one of those types of fights where you can make a case for either guy. But it's Emmet Brennan who gets his hand raised, moves to 3-0, and expect him back here in New York sometime later this year.